So, what do you guys want to do? I want some ice cream. I want some ice cream too. Me too. I have a craving for ice cream right now. Hello, my name is Maddie from POC English, and in this lesson we are going to learn different ways of saying I want. Now, is it bad or is it wrong to say I want all the time? No, it's quite clear. However, does it show that you have limited vocabulary? Yes. Now, if you want to level up your English, what you need to do is to learn synonyms and alternative ways of saying the simple sentences. In this lesson, we're going to learn 10 alternatives to the phrase I want. Now, I've divided this lesson into two parts. In the first part, we will learn 5 formal alternatives to I want. And in the second part of the video, I will teach you 5 informal alternatives. Before we start, if you want to download my English booklet for free, which has the summary of most of my YouTube lessons, you simply have to click on the link above my head, go to my website, type in your email address, and download the booklet. It's completely free. Now, let's begin the lesson by learning formal alternatives to the phrase I want. The first alternative is to use wish instead of want. Now, wish in this meaning is very formal. Wish has many different meanings. One of the meanings of wish is to say you want something or you want to do something. For example, imagine you're at a restaurant and the food is not good. You seek the manager and you tell the manager that I wish to make a complaint. Pay attention to this example. I wish to make a complaint. It means I really want to make a complaint. This is a formal way of saying this, and it's more polite. I wish to make a complaint. Here's another example. Passengers wishing to take the King's Cross train should board now. Passengers wishing to take the King's Cross train should board now. In this sentence, wish means want. It means those who want to take that train. Those who are wishing to take the train. A very common use of the word wish as a synonym of want is to say as you wish. As you wish. I'm sure you have heard this one. As you wish. For example, again, I'm at a restaurant and I tell the waiter, can I have my steak rare? And the waiter says, as you wish, sir. As you wish, sir. It means we'll prepare it the way you want. Another formal alternative to want is to say would like. Now, would like is used to say politely that you want something. It is very polite. For example, you're at the restaurant, you're looking at the menu, and you tell the waiter or the waitress, I think I'd like the soup for my starter. I think I'd like the soup for my starter. You see here I say, I'd like the soup. I could say I want the soup, but it's not as polite as saying I'd like the soup for my starter. Or here's another example. I'd like to travel to Venice. I'd like to travel to Venice. Now, pay attention. After would like, we use infinitive with to. I'd like to travel to Venice. Or one more example. I'd like to say a big thank you to everyone who has subscribed to my channel. I'd like to say a big thank you to everyone who has subscribed to my channel. I want to say thank you. I'd like to say thank you. I can also say I wish to say thank you. Another way of saying I want in a formal way is to replace want with the verb desire. Now, desire means to want something strongly. You really want something. You desire it. For example, the hotel had everything you could possibly desire. The hotel had everything you could possibly desire. Or here's another example. The president desires to meet the new prime minister. The president desires to meet the new prime minister. It means the president really wants to meet the new prime minister. Another way of saying you want something, but in a formal way, is to use the word long. Now pay attention. Long as an adjective means tall or high, right? But as a verb, it means to have a strong desire or wish. Now, there are two ways of using it. You can say long for something or long to do something. For example, she longed for a relaxing weekend. She longed for a relaxing weekend. It means she really wanted to have a relaxing weekend. Or, what I long for is success in my career. What I long for is success in my career. It means I really have the desire of being successful. I really wish to be successful. You can also say long to do something. For example, she longed to see him one more time. She longed to see him one more time. It means she really wanted to see him just one last time. And number 5, the last formal alternative to I want is to use the verb fancy. Now, to fancy means to want something or to want to do something. Look at this example. Do you fancy a drink this evening? It is the end of the working hour and I turn to my colleague and say, hey, do you fancy a drink this evening? Do you fancy a drink this evening? It means, do you want to go and grab some drinks? Or here's another example. Do you fancy going out for a meal after work? Do you fancy going out for a meal after work? And do you want to go out for a meal? Do you like to go out for a meal? All right, enough with the formal ways of saying I want. Let's learn some cool informal alternatives. Instead of I want, you can use this phrase, be in the mood for. Be in the mood for something. If you are in the mood for something, you want to do it. For example, we could go out to eat if you are in the mood. We could go out to eat if you are in the mood. It means if you want, we could go out to eat. Or here's another example. I'm not really in the mood for shopping. I am not really in the mood for shopping. It means I don't really want to go shopping. I'm not in the mood for it. Another way of saying you want something in an informal way is to use this phrase, to feel like something or to feel like doing something. This means to have a desire to do something, to really want to do something. I feel like having Chinese food tonight. I feel like having Chinese food tonight. Pay attention. After feel like, if we use a verb, the verb needs to be gerund, which means with ing. I feel like having Chinese food tonight. Do you feel like going out for a walk? Do you feel like going out for a walk? It means, do you want to go out for a walk? Instead of I want, you can also use this phrase, to have a craving for. If you have a craving for something, you have a strong desire to do something or to have something. I have a craving for chocolate right now. I have a craving for chocolate right now. It means I really want to have a piece of chocolate. We had a craving for pizza, so we went out. We had a craving for pizza, so we went out. It means we really wanted to have pizza, so we went to a pizzeria. You can also use this phrase, to be dying for something, or to be dying to do something. You can guess what this means, right? It means you're dying for it, or you're dying to do it. You are so eager, and you really want it. Oh, I'm dying for a cup of coffee right now. It means I'm so tired that I'm actually dying for a cup of coffee. I really want it. Or perhaps it's the end of a long journey and I say, I'm dying to get home and relax. I am dying to get home and relax. It means I really want to get home, sit on my chair and relax. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel, click subscribe. And now, the last alternative. Instead of I want, you can say I could go for. I could go for. Now, this means that you want to do something, but not so strongly. It means you're okay with it. I could go for. I could go for a couple of drinks tonight. Yeah, I could go for a couple of drinks. It means I'm okay with it. If you really want to go, I could go for a couple of drinks. Or it's your lunch break at work and you say, yeah, I could go for a cup of coffee right now. It means I'm okay. It's not that I really desire it, but I could go for it. And that's it, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this lesson. Don't forget to practice and see ya.